Oh, outside. Oh.
Like medicine ball.
Hi, Mark. Should be live, so if you want to pop up the stream, you'll see that we are currently in a cave in the lush green area. Good news, everybody. You're outside of the lesser undead zone.
Bad news, we're inside the greater undead.
Yeah. Bad news is, it is currently, or it was currently, monsooning out. I don't know if that's an actual verbiage for it, but I like to think that it is.
You're no dimension.
It's true. It's true.
It could monsoon.
There is currently a monsoon happening outside of your very protected cave. Thank you to the little chewingas.
Chewinga.
Yep. Like swing, but with a chewing.
Deep cuts tonight.
Excuse me.
And the great news, like I said, is
We're not dying.
you're not dead. You, again, have survived a significant amount of the flooding. We need travel.
Everything we're doing is basically just to get permission to do more of this stupid shit.
Pretty much, yeah. You're actively looking
Well, I'm just farming
to
XP.
figure out the chart. You're farming
Oh, yeah.
XP as
I'm
well.
just killing boars.
Yep. We don't need to go to the Hall of Gold or the Grand Coliseum. I'll bring up.
What's everyone's exhaustion status?
I'm at level 2.
Yeah.
I am also at 2.
But
Are we just ignoring him completely?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're going to say that we're going to just NPC him if we need to for fights.
I mean, like, do you know what his level's at?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I only have your old shit.
I think I was on the worst end of it
Okay.
because I'm not very useful, so I let myself get more exhausted.
It's true.
You guys had a significant amount of battles, as seen by the wonderful week recaps, and thank you again for doing that, Justin. It is extremely helpful, not only to me just to remember what we did, but I'm sure for the rest of the party as well.
Sure.
Yep, and Victor really likes it.
You read out loud.
What I don't remember is if we... I know that we got in this cave. Did we just get in the cave?
Yep.
Or did we say we got in the cave and rested?
just
or
got-
got in the cave and
We
did
just
something?
got into the cave simply
Okay.
because it was late.
I also don't remember what time of day it is in the game.
Um,
I mean, we're resting here. 'cause
Yeah.
It's a safe place,
we're,
presumably.
we're just going to
and
say
we're
that
exhausted.
yeah, this is going to be. It's hard to tell what type of day it is simply because it's monsoon
Right.
weather. We'll say that it's nighttime. You guys can take a rest.
Actually, I hit the long rest button.
You can hit the long
We're
rest
here in
button.
this game, yeah.
Yep. No one has that swamp sickness anymore. Justin, you do have that other thing, though. Remember, from the blue mist. You never cured that. You tried to use those restoration, it didn't work. You tried to.
Oh,
use...
I guess I was confused about the timing of what you sent to me. So, like, it wasn't lasting for 2 hours?
No, it started in 2 hours.
And so is that still happening?
Yeah, it's a long term.
Okay.
So until
Actually,
you
don't
can
cover that
do
with
something to get rid of it, which your character probably doesn't know yet. Well, he identified that it is not
It's not a
poison.
disease, right.
It's not a disease. You also, because you have detect magic, you saw it. It was magical.
Oh, that really is going to last until... That sucks.
Yeah, it lasts until you can get rid of it.
Hmm.
And I think I've given you enough hints of how to get rid of it.
Oh, yeah.
But you just have to figure that. You have to figure it out in game now.
You have to die.
Yeah. So you
I mean, it's
guys.
a magical thing, like dispel magic maybe, or like cure disease and that.
Right, it's not a disease,
Right.
so. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, I'm right here. Hi. So you guys started traveling at day 69.
Nice.
So it takes 10 days to get there. So you would normally get there at day 59. You've added 3 days to your journey between resting for extra days and getting lost for some extra days. So that would bring you, in my calculation, to day 56 when you would arrive. You're at day 61 right now, so let's call this halfway. So yeah, we are current day. For me, again, game is day 61.
So,
the target
Now that I understand, I guess I don't
is
know why
day 56.
I was unclear about the blue mist thing.
Okay.
So I guess everyone will have been It doesn't affect my character that much because of how it affects me, but you would have seen me like twitching, like not
like
Zondala did. Yep.
yeah.
Zondala, after that 24 hours worth of sleep, a consecutive 24 hours worth of sleep, was able to shrug it.
And she like exhaled the blue mist
Yeah.
or something. Like
And that's when
Summerwise
you
helped her out.
saw, right, Summerwise did something to her or
I'm
with her.
assuming he did whatever he does to like get her to cast a spell. Because he always like whispers in her ear before she does a spell or something like that. So maybe she casts the same type of spell that I could use. Anyway,
But
it doesn't. I mean,
You did notice, like you said, what came out of her, that blue mist, as she exhaled it
Yeah.
after the 24 hours of sleeping, and it was magically imbued.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an important thing for your character to learn.
So the Twinga let us into this thing. We're resting. Are they gone? Are they doing anything?
Yeah, no, so when you got into the cave, remember one of the Chewingas sat down on a stone, put his back to the wall, which was stone, and dissolved into it. Another Chewinga, there was some water running in. There's a small puddle just because there's so much water in here, and he stood on the water, and he looked at you guys kind of quizzically, and he sank down into the water, kind of like like a disappearing act. And if you were to ask Salida, that's the girl, right?
mm-hmm.
If you were to ask Salida about it, she would say, I don't know much about the Chewingas, but I know that they're, forest spirit elementals, sort of. And they live within the different parts of the forest. So there's tree Chewingas and there's rock Chewingas. And they actually live inside of those things. And then they come out because they're really interested in people, specifically. Humanoids.
Twaps.
Twaps.
Keep chopping down trees.
Yeah. They're very interested. They're very interested in those kind of interactions. And as a result, maybe they saw it and took pity on you.
We're pretty pitiful.
So.
We are pretty pitiful.
And your dinosaur, Anki the Ankylosaurus, is currently sitting outside of the.
He's guarding the door.
Yeah, let's call it guarding. Sure, he's hunkered down in the doorway, trying to avoid being swept away. I mean, he's pretty heavy, so he's down pretty far. He's in Virginia. Last
We
week.
said it last session, but
He's
we
house
forgot.
hunting. Totally forgot. I'm like, oh my god, Jay, I'm so sorry. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. So.
Hi! Hi, Mark.
I thought that was for me.
Oh. Hi, Mark!
How big is this cave?
It's big enough for the 5, 6 of you.
But it doesn't keep going.
No, doesn't seem like it.
It's just like a cutout.
It's like, something lives here. It burrows its way in. It's left a nice burrow. It lives in this cave. Maybe it's a bear, maybe it's something else. And you are currently inhabiting it because it is currently not here. And the Chewingas were like, come with us. Now,
Come with us. We're gonna lead you into a fucking bear cave.
so you guys, that's kind of what you're seeing in this cave. You haven't really identified anything. You kind of got in here, got out of the rain,
Oh, thank you.
and mostly just relaxed. Like just,
Better be charged.
you were just chilling.
Half charged.
Kind of like, sorry, look around to see if I can get any information about what might be
Absolutely. You can either make a nature check or an investigation check. Your choice.
here.
No, they're different. One
I've been
says
like
for
my
nature.
fire.
You investigate. I'll do nature.
9.
Feels good. 10 nature roll.
Okay, so between the two of you, 3 of you looking around, I mean, the cave, it seems like it's been deserted for a little while at least, maybe not a very long time. You don't see any evidence really of a fresh kill in here, but that's not to say that something doesn't go out for some time and then come back for some time. You don't notice any like animal droppings in here or any real feathers or skin or etchings. You do notice, even with a 10, that this was hollowed out with claws. So you can see like scrape marks where it was tunneling through the mud and found essentially some large rock opening and busted its way through, either through time or through sheer power, and then decided, well, this is a great place for me to be. Like, it's protected, it's inside. From the outside, you noticed when you were walking in here, it wasn't disguised. It's a natural overgrowth.
Right.
So, because it was kind
Not
of
like an
set...
intelligent creature hiding.
Right.
Right.
It's, if
The
anything...
vines or leaves were just hanging down.
Just hanging down.
The Shringo just said, hey, who?
The Chinga just walked out from there, and you guys noticed them, and then they walked back in. They were kind of... It sounds funny. Maybe they were just hanging out, like, watching the rain. And then you guys showed up, and they're like, oh, hey, what's up? Let's come inside, yeah. And then you guys came in, and once you're inside, like, yeah, this is boring. They're probably going to sleep. And then they just pieced. They bounced.
Yeah.
But yeah, your rolls weren't so awesome,
Yeah.
so that's what you noticed.
Okay.
Is there any anything in here that could burn? Like if you got a fire going?
Maybe some of the really dry
Yeah.
scat you could try.
There's no like moss or
No,
like,
no. No, it looks like whatever comes in and out of here either keeps it really clean or hasn't been here a while or...
Are you looking for light or like...
warmth to dry our clothes out and everything. We're like carrying an extra 30 pounds of crap.
You are so
Probably
good.
have between us a ton of torches.
You do have a lot of torches.
Like every adventurer's pack comes with like 10 torches.
We had like 4 explorers back.
Oh, extra ones, right?
Yep.
For what?
Explorer's packs.
Extra packs.
Sorry, so we have an extra like 50 torches.
So
Uh,
you can even line your torches up in a bundle. A
Not
huge
gonna last
match.
very
Should
long.
have
I mean, it lasts long enough.
Log
What
cabin
was the
of
torch
them.
burn for?
4 hours.
Oh.
Like I mean, it's essentially rope or something else.
String rope up across
Yeah.
the place and hang our clothes. Yeah.
You already have. I mean, you already made the rope detection system.
Yeah.
So this is an established idea. It's not like something that you wouldn't think
Yeah,
of.
so let's say we do like we dry off the essentials. Like our tents could get dried, and like I mean, I guess we probably aren't all bringing lots of extra clothing around. We have like our uniforms.
Yeah, dry 'em.
And remember, your cloaks are water resistant,
Right.
but at this point, it's not
Our
3 days.
underclothes are probably
Yeah,
We were in
everything
monsoon,
is wet
alright,
now. Two now.
Right. Where's everybody? So we took a rest.
Yeah. Lauren, if you want to
I'm
hit
still
your
at
do a
one level
long
of
rest,
exhaustion.
you can hit your do a long rest.
Are you exhausted? At
I
all?
didn't have any.
Mark, are you still exhausted?
I have 1. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so now you have
Are you
one.
exhausted?
I have 2 exhaustion.
So now you
So
have
you have
one.
one. So we should definitely
Stay one more night.
stay a little long. I mean, like
What's the weather outside?
I'm.
I'll tell you right
Is
now.
there a
weather outside,
button
right?
that says long rest down here?
For you, it's at the top, I believe.
Yeah, top right.
I was doing D&D Beyond.
No. I don't know.
Yeah, it says long rest. It's right by your hit points.
Yeah.
Share Taurus, long rest, can't take.
Alright, it's fine. I'm good.
Especially because we want to dry things out, and a few of us have exhaustion. I think it makes
What's the
sense
status
to
of our
rest one
tents?
day.
You tell me.
I'm pretty sure
They're
we're
the main condition.
Yeah, I mean, they're
brand new, perfect tents.
they just like if you were to go camping in real life, they have taken some minor damage. Them being waterlogged doesn't help. Drying them out really helps their longevity. The one got ripped, but you mended it. So I would say that your tents are in fine working condition. They're definitely not new.
Right.
And if you let them, because you're sleeping in a cave, fully dry out, they will be back to great status instead of just being in good condition.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I think that's a fair.
unless anyone objects.
You're taking a whole day to do this.
Yeah, we take an extra day.
So-
We dry all our shit. We don't be, we lose our exhaustion, and then I don't know. We know a little bit more about traveling and exhaustion and what to do and not to do.
Yeah, we should be
So-
very careful.
So we are currently again in day 61, and as you poke your head outside, you see the sky darkening as lightning, rain, and mayhem rain down from above, while the wind tears the trees away from the earth itself. If there was a river, which is pretty close at where you are, you can hear it kind of raging through the jungle. This is definitely a tropical storm. It seems like the monsoon, which is really bad, has now tapered down to a tropical storm, which is still really bad.
How's Yankee doing?
He looks miserable. Like, now because he knows, because he's intelligent enough to know this, he can't forage today. Trees are falling down. It's rough outside. And, I mean, as much as he can drink, it's like kind of like a pool in front of him. He can just kind of lick. He's eating kind of like the vegetation.
I mean, I can't stand doing it.
Like, do you want to intuit? You can try and intuit.
Sure, inside, I guess.
Yeah.
It's supposed to, like, if it's him
Yeah.
getting lost, like, just try
Right.
to open, like... 23.
Yeah, so there's a few factors here, you think. One is definitely him getting lost with even this powerful. If he wanders off too far, he'll never make it back. Two is if he's out there and trees do fall on him, he'll be stuck and he'll have no one to help him. And he won't be able to get out. He's intelligent enough to know the weather is dangerous. I should not move. It's dangerous around me. Then he sees the lightning, then he hears the booms, which is scary. He doesn't understand what those things are. He just knows that this is dangerous. So, in this dangerous area, I know that the creatures that I'm with have kept me out of danger, so I won't go.
He'll be. I mean, I'll try to reassure him.
Yeah, I mean,
This sucks, dude. Like, you know,
I'm wet.
we'll move on soon, and maybe we can take a slow day if we really need to, and you can forage more.
I'm
You know,
hungry.
we all want to be healthy and happy.
Does he
Well,
eat anything that we have?
He eats plants. He's an herbivore, so
He eats,
he's not going to eat your
eats
dry
so
tack.
much,
He's not
and,
going to
like,
eat. Yeah,
he
he
eats
eats
all
a-
of our rations in one
Yep.
day.
And honestly, he probably wouldn't want them. You know, he would eat them if he was starving
Sure.
because anything is food. But he's an herbivore. He wants plants. He wants greenery. He eats large leaves. You know, the things of different fruits that have fallen. He eats those. He's not interested really in what you got. He's interested in everything around him, and you know, essentially, he keeps shifting around the cave.
He can't come in, though, right?
No, unfortunately, you guys had to crawl, like on your stomach, to get through. The hole is maybe, 4 foot round, to get through. Again, the creature that comes in and out of here maybe isn't that large. Maybe can squeeze in here.
There's a snake with claws.
Could be a snake with claws.
A claw snake.
Yeah.
One of those claw snakes.
There you go. A lizard. I think they're
A
called.
lizard. Claw snakes.
One of those claw snakes, You've heard of them. We've all heard of them.
So that is what's happening outside.
So I guess we'll stay one more
I mean, that
day.
sucks, but we're good.
Okay.
I mean, I hate to say it,
Yeah.
right?
No, that's fine. So we're now at day
Certainly don't want to lose
60.
our investment, but
How dry was our stuff at the end of the first day of just chilling?
After
The first full day of just chilling there. At the end of I guess, this
that's
day.
today.
Yeah, at the end of this day.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. You took, even if you took part of that day, like the torches burned for 4 hours. Let's say you used 10 torches, like to get a really good heat over this, and then you turn it over. And that lasted you 4 hours, and you wanted to do it for 8 hours. You used 20 torches. Someone wants to mark that down. Out of the 50 that you have, you're down to 30 of your extra torches.
Does somebody have that particular loot written down?
Just that we have the packs.
I mean, wherever you have the packs, just mark down
Minus 20 torches.
minus 20 torches. You know? Like, you still
You
have
want to keep
20
track of that since you have,
torches.
like, a notebook? Yeah. I'm not sure where to write that on my...
Doesn't matter. You still have a bunch of torches. And, like, your clothes are dry enough that they're not very, very heavy at all. They're almost completely
We
dry.
all hanging out naked while our clothes were drying.
My armor is still dry. It's not dry, but like it doesn't absorb.
I mean, you have your cloaks, so once your clothes dry, you can then take your cloak off. and then draw your cloak and put your
No,
clothes back on.
I'm not hiding my
I
shit.
fucking use disguise self and I have clothes. I'm naked, but I'm using disguise self.
Can you make yourself look like you? Yeah, I guess, right?
You know, why not?
Don't like brush up next to me.
Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes the illusion fades just at my dick. Like,
Thought you had
I
clothes
like
on.
how
like
you
it's
say
like it overlays
I like
flippers
you
real
say the
quick.
passive voice, like it just happens.
Yeah.
I don't make the illusion go away.
It's
at my
this
dick.
air is place.
All mine are
It's an
illusions
anti-magic cave.
make my jungle bigger.
Nice. Good for you.
Very minor, Mark.
Yeah.
So we're resting again.
Yeah.
Like we made it through the day. It's
Yeah.
shitty outside.
So if you guys had levels of exhaustion, you should be now. I'm almost positive you're at 0.
Yeah.
Should be no longer exhausted.
Um,
You additionally are now on day 60,
so this is day
20.
of the trip
Oh,
because I'm keeping track of the food.
okay. So you started at day 69. This is 9 days later. So you've used. You
Okay,
should
yeah,
have
yeah.
used 9 days of
Yep,
ration,
I
and
wrote.
then
I wrote that we had a monsoon. I didn't write anything. We obviously couldn't forage, so we're down to 16 and a half days from the first day.
Yep.
And then we rest. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah,
this
and
is-
then there's one more.
Yep.
Man, I'm so excited tomorrow.
good. Yeah.
Cool. So we are taking care of in terms of food. We still have 15 days worth of food.
And then everyone else started with 10 rations anyway, probably, right?
We'll continue to forage.
Yeah.
That's true, actually, right? We bought 20 days worth.
And we already have 10 in the
Probably
main
start with
kit.
rations in your kit.
And then I have the 30.
You have those. We can
Blueberries.
forage. I think we're good.
Cool.
I want to
Yeah, 10 days worth of rations.
take the letter to Shargo from Zanda.
Okay.
I want to very carefully cut the top. Not where the seal is, like where it folds over, like that fold where you would open a letter now.
Okay.
I want to get in that letter.
You can just mend it back together.
You do it.
I want to read.
Okay.
And
Go-
attack traps.
There's no traps.
The theater
It's
is
fully
not
glitter.
small.
It's fully.
No!
She said that hers was a little obstructed, but like they're still perfect.
The theater's super small. Yeah.
Which
There's
letter?
not a lot to look at.
The letter to Shago.
Zanthi gave me a letter to bring to her sons. And I went to
It's gonna be a
manage her
journal
trust.
anyway.
We'll just stick with each other.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. It's like on a movie.
Okay.
You can't talk to each other. You shouldn't be. Yes.
I love him.
So it says, "My dearest Shago, my only son.
Mommy, come here.
Congratulations on presenting yourself as an independent operator, working with the Flaming Fist. I know that you have led many expeditions into the jungle to clear out the undead, despite having a great fear of being turned into a zombie or ghoul. I know that you feel that the undead must be defeated, and that's why you work with the Flaming Fist. Know that these adventurers that I have sent to you are trustworthy and come on my behalf. There is danger. It is not only the undead that you should be wary of. A hit has been put out on you. Please, be mindful in your travels. I am not sure where it will come from, but you can rely on the 6 that I've sent. Show them kindness. I hope that all 6 feet and 3 inches of your 220-pound frame, your rippling muscles, and your great smile will be able to. No, I'm doing that for you guys.
Oh.
Will be able to get you through your goal.
And your hot dick. Hope your strong dick is serving you well.
We'll be able to get you through your goal of becoming a Flaming Fist mercenary. As always, I look to hear back from you. Sincerely yours, Merchant Prince Zamthi, aka Mom. Mom! Mama!
Say
She writes mom? Or is it like mother or...
Mother. She writes mother.
Mama.
First she writes Merchant Prince Zamthi, comma, mother.
I like how she emphasizes how trustworthy we are. And you know that because you opened the sealed letter and read it.
I feel bad because, like, it's not in code or encrypted. It's just a fucking letter where it's like...
Make an insight check.
11.
No, there's no codes. There's nothing. It's a regular letter from a mother to her son.
Is there anything magical about it? Is it magical? I guess I
I mean,
should ask.
right here.
Yeah, I know. It truly warms the heart.
There's no magic glittering off of it with your detect magic
It's not really like a
activated.
magic ink
Nope.
or something.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Alright, so I'll put it back in the envelope and I'll mend the paper back up.
No problem. 1, 2, 3, done.
I'm sure.
She's a nice lady.
I think. Seems pretty good.
She gave us some backpacks.
She did, and she gave you that headdress, that Bonthi headdress filled with gems, which is the goblins.
Yeah, you're gonna spend the day with Natalie tomorrow?
Alright, let's go.
What's that?
Anything else we want to do in here before we
Okay, next
head
thing.
out? I want to get to the fucking fort.
Fucking
Has no more
Check
exhaustion.
the weather.
Bye-bye exhaustion.
When you pop out, you notice it's just raining today. Regular rain,
Just
not
regular rain.
not hard rain, not light rain. It's just a regular rainy day. And when you look at Anki, he looks exhausted.
It hasn't eaten.
He has not eaten an entire day. Not enough to call it eating. Seems lethargic.
Do we want to go forage food for him and bring it back?
I mean, I was gonna say maybe just within the like mechanics that we already have, if we do if we travel slowly today, would that give him a chance to
Absolutely.
like, eat his fill, like
Yes.
2 days worth?
Absolutely.
It's possible that we won't make any progress though. But if we do make progress, we'll probably be going in the right direction.
Before we...
Would we all be able to forage more? Like, would
Yeah.
for us
Yep.
and for him?
Yep.
And
Yep.
I mean, slow travel sounds like a good idea.
Remember, our foraging, we're saying it's either survival or nature. So no matter what, it would get a +5 to whoever rolled that. Also, you have to make your survival check for your navigator, whoever
Right.
the navigator is going to be. So they're going to roll their survival check, and they'll also get an additional +5 if you're traveling
You start
slowly.
with Salida?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think Jason was rolling actually, but Salida is probably pretty good. All of our survival is mediocre.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Mine's plus.
Is there anything?
My survival's +4.
Your survival's +4?
Yeah.
Well, you
That's
can't
great.
forage and guide though, right?
that's correct. You can do
So
one
you
or
can
the
forge
other.
or guide.
You guys let me know what
I was also
Whichever
thinking,
you
I
rather do.
realized I'm not utilizing Virgil very much. He could like fly around with you and help you
That's true.
like forage, like
Right.
do help action.
So
Yep.
I'll stick with Forge.
So you do that, and if it's okay with Sal, I'll say that Virgil, either me through Virgil's eyes or Virgil himself
Right.
is helping you forage.
Are there any like identifying landmarks
Presumably good advantage.
at this cave where I can like?
It's just like a hill, and then there was like long grass growing over the hill because it's unkept on the edge of the lesser undead zone. It's indistinguishable from another kind of small rise in the area. They're all over the place.
Look at this belly he's getting.
Oh, I mean, he just ate.
But he never has a belly. Hopefully you got it there.
Okay, so let's get to the house.
Fucking pretending to be confident.
You can make a check on her if you want, insight
No, that's
checker. Okay.
People use
Actually, people don't know if you do an insight check on them, right?
I mean, you're just kind of like, you'll eye her up, so she'll know that you
I
are
just
watching
hope
her.
you're tired. I'm tired.
No, man.
Okay.
Got ice.
So the good news is what she says to you is, look, because we're traveling at a slower pace, since we won't be in the open, we can stick sort of to the sides of the trees. We can try to surprise or sneak by other creatures that we encounter.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I rolled a 4.
We don't need to. We don't need to fight anything. We don't.
Yes, we can try to avoid them. Okay, so she knows exactly where to go, and you guys will be able to travel slowly. Let's get foraging,
You
I
get
have
survival.
survival, or nature.
Whichever one's
Both of
higher.
those things will help you.
And I have
Plus
Yep, advantage.
And plus an additional 5.
5. So you're going to add 9 right now.
So advantage plus 9.
I mean, it's still a good roll.
17.
Yeah. Okay. So you find enough food to cover today
Right.
with a 17, and that includes Anki. So he's filled for today.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so it's morning. Let's roll our d12 and our d8 and see what happens.
Everyone would
No, that's just me. That's to see if we get
What
higher
taxes?
than a certain number. Nope. That's morning. Afternoon.
count as well.
Nope, not enough. And last but not least, that's for the evening. So I'll put that aside. Okay, you guys travel at a slow pace. You do get to advance 1 hex, which is great news. You guys were able to forage enough food for today for you to eat. Anki was able to forage enough for himself for today so that if he sleeps tonight, he will not be exhausted tomorrow. And it's starting to get dark out. Would you like to do anything?
Yeah, look for a
Okay.
place to set up.
You were doing that last time with a perception check, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that.
Can I support him with with my nature ability?
Well,
Either can I also look
yes,
or give him
I
no
would.
action,
I would like you
however
to
you-
also look.
Okay.
Absolutely. So
Can
you
I
guys,
can I use nature though?
yeah,
Alright, that's
So
a little
I'll do
better
that
for me.
Bardic.
21.
21.
Could be an extra 20.
20.
Okay.
Not natural.
Okay. Unnatural 20. 21. Excellent. You guys find a great spot. Also with Selita's help, that there is a small clearing underneath some trees, but the trees at the top of the canopy have sort of grown intermingled with each other. So it provides enough of an area that the water is repelling down. So it's a bit dry. I mean, the ground still soaks up water. It's a bit drier in this kind of...
So like our
Is that-
tents would stay dry.
Yeah, it's not a ring of trees. It's a few trees sporadically that have grown into a nice, thicker canopy.
Did I get plus 5 out also because we're going slow?
Not on that part. It's mostly for navigation checks. And it's nighttime, so what would you guys...